Greetings, MGTOW. This is Neo, I Believe. This video goes out especially to those who lust after the steak dinner. Yes, those who are having a Cypher moment. Those who want to go back to the good old days. Those who are second guessing the ideology of MGTOW and believe that somehow they can just go back to the Matrix. Well, those guys need help more than anybody. And let me start by saying, I'm sure to some degree, all of us as MGTOWs have some form of Cypher moment where we want to hit the proverbial eject button and launch back to the Matrix, believing whatever it is we want to believe. But you see, that's a comfort zone that we all wish we could hold on to. And unfortunately, life doesn't work like that. You can't hold on to childish things when you make the transition from child to adulthood. You see, manhood is where we stay. And we might not like it, it might not be comfortable, we might not get what we want, but it is a process of survival. I look at it as a means of maturity and discipline. And where we go with it, who knows? I had the idea that this was a journey from cradle to grave. There might not be some fancy reward at the end, and I guess I'm okay with that. But anyway, if I may for a moment, in this video, I want to try and save those who believe that maybe things were better before they discovered MGTOW. So those of you having a Cypher moment, you're probably missing some of the old ways. And I don't know what kind of frame of mind you're in and what's going through your head as you wish you had never taken the red pill. But typically speaking, you're probably in the frame of mind that you want a good woman to settle down with, who will love you, who will take care of you, who will accept you for who you are and the resources you have. You know, a woman who won't become hypergamous with an accumulative appetite for resources and money and dominion over you. The aforementioned unicorn. You so strongly believe that this woman exists because a life as a red pill MGTOW has rendered you stressed out that you now know who women are, and this has rendered you womanless, possibly lonely. And I'm sure that's a normal feeling in the beginning phase. And it's a feeling you have to really adjust with and discover that you are not alone, MGTOW brother, okay? There comes a time where you just put too much power in women's hands, because all we have been told in the Matrix is that women have all the power. So you begin to believe that women have this power over you to control whether you are lonely or at comfort in the company of another. So I can understand the Cypher moment, but I can by no means relate to it, because I don't see a future going back to the Matrix. I don't believe your lust for pussy or your lust for a NAWALT perfect wife who's as awesome as your mother, I don't believe these are fulfilling imaginations. So no, I do not share your drive to return back to the Matrix. Because I have noticed with this drive to return to the Matrix comes an unavoidable backstabbing of your brothers. And we've seen it time and time again. Fellow MGTOWs betraying fellow MGTOWs by means of censoring other MGTOWs. I tell you, that loneliness kicks in, and before you know it, you are at each other's throat because your MGTOW brother said something about women that wasn't praise, and you didn't like it. He may have said all women are hypergamous. He may have said all women are misandric. And that clashed with your obnoxious idea that it's possible to go back to the Matrix and find great women with personalities akin to the most honorable men you've known in your life. Well, these imaginations are all wrong. The thought of going back is just that, a thought. My MGTOW brothers, when you lose your way, you become part of the problem with this misandric society. When you lose your way, you immediately shake hands with evil, and you don't even know it. All because you want to get your dick wet so bad that you believe there is a perfect woman out there, and your MGTOW brothers are just bitter. Well, don't touch that dial. That dial is the eject button. And the eject button is the escape from reality. And that is a bad move. When we start to believe lies, to be comfortable, we are no different than narcissistic women or ignorant children. MGTOW is a pact to understanding that your life is worth more, that you are not an ignorant narcissist, that you are not a child. And contrary to the lies that society keeps shoving down our throat as men, you are not a bad person. You are not an inherent rapist. You are not a mentally sick individual in need of prescription pills because you think outside of the box. You are not a mentally sick individual in need of psychologist sessions because it is the society we live in that has socially rejected you. Not that you are a social reject. It is society that has spit us out, and it will continue to do this. No, don't touch that dial. That eject button will bring us nowhere when this system has already decided for us that we are not wanted. Times change very drastically. We all know the elderly couple who have been together for, let's say 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And this Cypher Moment is a fluke of imagination that the times they lived in still exist today. But I'm here to say that the days of old are over. We cannot hold ourselves to such expectations to find a good Newalt who will accept us for who we are. A good Newalt who has no desire for hypergamy or dominion over the man, no ideas of feminist indoctrination that is virtually unavoidable if she so much as turns the TV on or reads a magazine or has a social media account. Times have changed. So do not hold yourself to such expectations to find a quote-unquote good woman in an environment that only breeds toxic women. Not only that, but if any of you have had any interactions with foreign women, this society has intoxicated them as well. Personally, I never thought I would see the day where Eastern women are equally as disgusting as Western women in their behavior, their narcissism, their misandry, their entitlement due to social media such as Facebook or whichever social media site is available in their country. So just the idea of quote-unquote marrying a foreign woman has been challenged, debunked, and obliterated because of this matrix. Like it or not, you are a man going your own way. There's no turning back, there's no compromising, but there is hope in the sense of you can move forward as a man going your own way. The ideas you lust after, the comfort, the fantasies, are relics of the past that you continue to conjure in your present. And I suppose we're all victims of that. Do we fully put away childish things when we enter the world and realize once and for all that men are alone in this place? Do we fully put away childish things? Or do we sometimes hold on to them as a means of holding on to our sanity in wake of the harsh reality that we are alone in this matrix? We have the expectation of being strong and independent, never weak, and any falter of these traits, and our society tells us we are inadequate. A broken man gets no sympathy. A man living on the street, sleeping on a slab of concrete in the freezing cold, where 40 degrees at night can feel like 10 below zero due to the bitter sense of aloneness. But there is hope. Now when I say hope, I don't mean making little attempts, little covert attempts to go back to the matrix. Now some of you Cypher types, I see what's going on. We're all noticing that the Cypher types in the manosphere, in the MGTOW community, are covertly joining forces with women who they believe are NAWALs, women who they believe are quote-unquote female MGTOWs. MGTOW, this is a sickness. To believe that a group of women give a damn about you going your own way, as opposed to their obsession with being in a male space. Men, thoughts of this obnoxious behavior, this idea that a woman can support you in your ideas to go your own way, it's wrong and unhealthy. I get it. You lust the idea of finding a good woman. But MGTOWs, defending women in the manosphere, inviting them in the manosphere, is only hurting you. Women are a product of everything that benefits from an anti-male society. So there has to be a line drawn. On one side of this line are the men who have gone their own way. The men who challenge themselves and seek progress, maybe within their own career, within their hobbies, within their studies. Men who have put away childish things, such as love for a hypergamous woman. And on the other side of this line is darkness, deception, lies, the falsity of comfort, which is only demise. A hell on earth where men go when they so strongly want to believe that women and pussy is a life richer than going your own way. And in this darkness are the men so gullible who trusted women, the very pawns used to obliterate a society built by men, the very pawns that brought unspeakable evil to a world that loved God first. Don't walk that line, MGTOW brothers. Return to a place of sanity and peace that is MGTOW. Challenge yourself, surprise the hell out of everyone, and progress to heights and bounds you'd never thought possible. Wake up in the morning and see yourself and say, wow, I am winning. I am beyond who I ever thought I would be in this world. Understand your accomplishments and damn near strike fear in your own self as to what a powerhouse you have become. Put away the Cypher moments, brothers. Put them away and bury them. Talk to yourself. Speak directly to your thoughts of unicorns and Nawalts, and tell them the ride is over. To your female friends with their false support of you going your own way and them having no access to your resources and wealth, it's time to tell them the ride is over as well. This is the part where you get rid of the old and welcome the new. Tell your so-called female cheerleaders supporting you to go your own way that you need not contact them ever again. Lust after the juicy steak no more, and treat yourself to a juicy steak with the wealth you've accumulated, and notice yourself really, truly improving. It's a hell of a feeling, boys. We are not lonely, living an empowered, womanless, independent life. Give it a try. Stop holding on to the past. You would be surprised how little menial things mean when you finally let them go and look forward to the future. Don't touch that dial, MGTOW brothers. Don't hit the eject button. Continue to go your own way. Continue to have an open mind for brotherhood, for creativity, for debate amongst your brothers, for faith in a higher power. You can do it, MGTOW. Don't you dare give up and go back to the anti-male society. Thank you, and believe.